Hi guys, welcome back to Robertson's Belly Acres. Say, as you can tell, I'm not at home today. I picked up a little side job. Some people are needing their tack room finished up, and so we're gonna go be working on this. Try to get it straightened out. Got to straighten out one of the walls and hang some paneling on it and put a ceiling in here. So come on, we're gonna move some stuff around and make this happen. I don't know how well you can see it here, but looking down this wall, you can see it's not real straight. Let's step out here. Wall kind of juts off to the left on that end, but that's not my biggest concern. The biggest concern is the way that these 2x12s are warped and they're bowing out. You see that one up there. They're not completely in the track that they've made. But we're going to come in here, already kind of assess the situation a little bit. We can move those around. I'm going to try to suck those top 3 2x12s in. That way we can go ahead and finish out the top of this wall and get a ceiling in and get some insulation on it. You can see that, but that top 2x12, the way it was in here, they just had it propped in. It's actually about an inch and a quarter too short. So what I had to do, not normally what I would do, because I would have another 2x12 to go in it, but since I didn't, I went ahead and I just put another 7/8 inch 2x6 on the end of it, put a couple of those in there. That's just to make up the gap. This is not load bearing, it's not anything. That's just to help us get to the top. Now we're going to come in here, I'm going to put 3 studs in here, spaced evenly apart. That way when we get ready to hang our paneling, we have something to mount to. But that will also help us get our boards all evened out, get them straight. That way we have a nice plumb wall to work with. Okay guys, I don't know, looks a whole lot different now. As you can tell, I can show you this wall, that's a whole lot more sturdy now. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to wind up getting some more 2x4s. I'm going to run a header across there, get everything tied in, and that will beef this thing up so there's not going to be any wind shaking it or rattling or rolling at all. All right, I've gone in here and I've got my studs put in. That wall is so much more stable now, guys, but that's because we have a 12-foot span and nothing to tie into up here. But as you see up here, normally we put double up to 2x4s for a header. The reason I had to do this is because right here was the top of our wall. We had to come on up. The wall over here, as you see, it's topped out right there even with the rafter. As we go down this way, it's not level. This wall that I put the top on is level. So now we're trying to match up with the roof there. Okay, so what we've got here, they built this barn a little bit different than some people would. The owners bought it like this, so we are just trying to make it work with what we've got. As you see, there's no studs anywhere in this wall. So there is a stringer that's running across this way, right about here, which is 9 inches from the bottom of this top board. We're gonna go ahead and cut some 2x4s and 2x6s that'll fit between that top board and that stringer that runs across right here. But we're gonna do that all the way across every place where we're gonna have to hang a rafter. And we're gonna go ahead and get those put in there, and then we'll put our hangers up, and then we'll start cutting rafters. Okay guys, so I don't know how well we can see it in the video, but there it is. I don't know how well you can see it here, but there it is. We've got a string line run across here that we got running level with the corners. So we know that our hangers have got to be even with that string. So we're gonna go ahead and get a couple more of these hangers put up there. You see we got 2 there. Gotta have another one here and 2 more down there where we put those studs in. So good day to be working inside. I'm sure you guys can hear it. It's a great day to be inside because yeah, it's raining like crazy out there. As you can tell, I'm not the only one that thinks it's a good day to be inside. These poor guys, they're wondering what I'm doing in their space, but we're getting them a good place to put their food. We kind of anticipated that light was going to have to be moved. We talked about it yesterday, and we'll get that light moved over because it's going to have to be dropped down as well. So we're going to do some rewiring on that today too and make this thing happen. Okay guys, so we're gonna try something here. I've never done this before. I've always had help hanging sheetrock on ceilings and plywood stuff. I don't have that help today. I'm gonna try a little experiment. You can see it up here on the wall, right in there. I've placed a 2x4 about 1.5 inches or so below the rafters. I'm gonna try to put that end up on that lip, climb up on the hay bales here, and I'll just be able to push that right up against the ceiling. So we're gonna try it. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Let's find out. Okay guys, so I'm kind of getting this figured out now, I think, but look at it. I mean, it's not turning out too bad. Like, as you can see, all the walls are just plywood walls, nothing fancy. We've done the same thing with the ceiling, not getting real fancy with it. This is just a tack / feed room, but we're going around it with a 1x3 or 1x4 for a trim around the top, and I think it's turned out pretty good, you guys. Like I say, we're about done. We got a small piece there. We got to finish up that corner over there, and the inside of this room will be in the books. Okay guys, so as we've talked about before earlier in the video, this room is not square. And there's a couple places where I've had to kind of fudge some of my lines to get everything to line up right. But as you can see over in that corner, you can see just a little bit of daylight in that corner. So what we're gonna do to be able to get that all covered up, because our main goal objective right now is to get this room as snake proof as we can. If that is a thing, I mean, we all know that snakes are gonna go where they wanna go, right? But we're gonna get a piece of trim up there in that corner, bringing it down, and then we've got to trim out this other corner if we've got enough wood. If not, we'll have to find something else to do in that corner. But yeah, so that's where we're at. Let's go finish this up. Actually, I don't like that end. I want to keep that in. This end over here is kind of buggered up. We'll cut this end off. It's not as purty. this for a little bit. Fold it up and out of the way. See if we can move this barrel of chemical real quick. Just got moving enough. I'll get in there and drill, put a few screws in. I don't know what that stuff is, but it stinks. Oh no! The screws. Here's the brown bag special. There we have it. Trim is in, guys. Trim is in. We do have one more thing we're going to work on real quick. This is the way the outside of the wall is done when I got here, all the way around. I have put a piece of insulation behind that. That's that rough cut cedar siding. We're going to go ahead and cut a piece to go right here around the door. Get that finished off and give them a real nice look out here. That up there, we're gonna have to figure out, I think they're gonna put some wire on there so we can make the attempt to try to keep the birds out. Okay guys, so one last thing we're gonna do on this tack room before we call it a job done is we have to replace the light fixture up here. It had a porcelain light fixture, just a barn type fixture is what I call it. But that didn't quite give off enough light. They had one of these LED lights in it, and that bad boy is bright. I mean, I don't know how many watts it is. Let's see here. 36 watt. That's what they're calling it. I don't know how many lumens. 5,000 lumen. That's what they're saying that light is. They paid like $45 or $50 a piece for those bulbs, and they've got them throughout the barn. It's not that it wasn't light enough in here, it wasn't dark in here, but with all the natural wood, it does absorb a lot of light. So they opted to go ahead and put a different type of light in, a little bit more, a little brighter, a little bit more light is what they were wanting. So this is what we went with. I went over to Lowe's and picked up this GE brand ultra bright light. It's got a regular light bulb base to it, but it's got 3 LED legs. That's what I call them, wings, fan blades, whatever you want to call them. It's not a fan. But it says it's 5 times brighter, and it has 3,000, 5,000, or 8,000 lumen. So let's go ahead and get this thing put up and see what we think. Okay guys, my phone died and I didn't realize it when I started to record. But as you see, there is no light plate under her light receptacle under this. That screws right onto the box that's in the ceiling. It's got the 2 screws here. It comes with all 3 wires, your hot, your neutral, and a ground wire. I always recommend hooking the ground wire up, but that goes up on there. And then take the light out of the box, and this is the way it comes. This light has a sensor, a motion sensor on it. The reason we went with that is they like to leave the lights on in the barn at night. That way they can see the animals, and it helps deter prey. But after you put the base up, this little sleeve right here slides down over somehow. It's supposed to be real easy, just like that. That slides down. That just gives it a more finished look, I think. So let's go ahead and get that put up there. Like I say, it just screws on into the light receptacle, just like a regular light bulb. Okay, so as you saw, I went ahead and I've got this piece put on. Let's pull these wings down just a little bit. They're kind of tight. Push that sleeve down just a little bit, just enough so we could see the thread there. I'm going to pull these on out. That's snugged up. Slide that bad boy right up there. Look at that. How sharp is that? As you can see, this is a 3-position brightness. Got low, medium, and high. We're going to start out on low. And I'm going to turn that light sensor off just so we can get a good sense of how bright this is. So here we go. Okay guys, I'm going to push this door shut. It's not completely dark, but you can see it's pretty dark. There we go. Oh wow, that's on low. So let's go ahead and we're going to show you. Looks like the darkest part of the room is over on this end. I'm going to reach up here and simply turn this up. That's low, medium, and high. Guys, that makes a world of difference in this little room. Look at that. You can definitely see in there. Like I say, that sucker's bright, and you can adjust those lights up and down. You can kind of tip them in and out. So I think this is a good deal. Okay guys, so here we have it. The final reveal. A little dark. We'll go ahead and flip on the switch. I didn't wait on the motion sensor just because I didn't want it to wait. But there it is, you guys. .360-degree view of what we did. I got it all finished up. So there you have it. I know it's not normal homesteading, but there's a lot of things that we all do that isn't homesteading, but we have to do what we've got to do to make a little bit extra cash, help people out, whatever. I mean, there's things all over the place that take place off the homestead that we just got to do. And if you're doing it, share it with us. We love it. If you guys like this kind of videos, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Share it with your friends, you guys. I would love to hear the comments. I know I'm not a professional, but he said, so what do you think? I said, so what do you think? He said, looks really good. He said, I'd never guessed it's the same place. So I got a little saying that kind of a funny. I always say, I'm gonna make a silk purse out of a sow's ear. When you got something that's not square and you get it squared up, or you make everything look square, that's doing something. So you guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash that bell and get notified of the next new video when it comes out. Until next time, see ya.